Okay, in this little video I'm going to give you some guidance on how to measure stairs accurately. If you go to our website and you go to the Learn section, you come down here, you'll see a stair calculator and how to measure for stairs. And this page describes the proper technique for measuring the tread rise, where you would actually measure the vertical height of tread to tread, and using a framing square and a straight edge allows you to line up the number on this framing square in order to make sure that you're accurately measuring that height. And you really want to try to measure within a 1/16 of an inch. I don't recommend you use a tape measure. They're just notoriously inaccurate, and you will get a accumulation of error. So this is a more accurate way to do it. It's a good idea to number each tread from starting at the bottom, each rise. I put a little piece of blue tape on each stair and write the number right on it. That way I don't get confused, because what you really like to do is, if you go up at the top of this page here, you'll see there's a open stringer and closed stringer stair worksheet, which you can fill out. If all your treads are the same, we can fill out this upper portion. If they are different, each one, which is pretty common, then you can print out this list or make your own little chart. Starting at the bottom, you put your tread rise and your tread run, and you just fill out this little sheet for each individual stair tread. So the other thing you need to measure really accurately is the tread run, and again, a couple of squares goes a long ways to helping this become more accurate. You want to go from nose to nose on each tread and fill out those numbers. You're going to need your tread thickness and how much the nose projects. There's a handy little calculator app that we really like. It's called Clinometer. You can search for it on the App Store or Google Play. It's really accurate. And then what you want to do once you get your numbers is check your math, because the last thing you want to do is go measure this, then leave the job site, send me the information, and then we find out that the math doesn't add up. So you can use this little calculator that's on our site to check your math, and maybe you might have to remeasure something if the numbers don't add up, because the numbers need to add up. Using this technique, you'll get really accurate measurements. You can set the calculator fractional inch or decimal inch. I'll put it on fraction. I'll put a 7 and say 1/4 tread rise. Number of rises would be 10, let's say, and I'll go 9 and 7/8, and the tread thickness maybe 3 inches, the nose projection 1 inch, and hit calculate. It'll fill in this picture here, and you can check these numbers and just sort of a sanity check. Are these numbers look like they're pretty darn close? Because if they aren't, then maybe something's not right here. And also, this number here is really important. If you check that number against your measured number on the clinometer, and if it's off by more than a degree, something's not quite right in your numbers, and you might need to go back in and check your numbers again. This calculator, unfortunately, is only good for a common rise and run, assuming they're all the same. So if you do have to use the chart and fill in a different number for each tread with each rise, then just send that to us and we'll run these numbers for you. But using these techniques, you should be able to get accurate dimensions. We do have a device that we can lend you also if you need it, which has digital readouts on it, and you stick it on each tread and it measures both the rise and run of each tread accurate to within a couple thousandths of an inch. And you just walk it up the stairs and write down all your measurements. But that takes a little extra time. And using this thing, you can actually do this all on your own with tools that you probably already have.